I want Nnamdi Kanu not to carry arms. It is not my problem that he started doing what he is not supposed to do. We must give judiciary the opportunity to say who is right and who is wrong. Senator Orji Uzo Kalu.
Sometimes those people called our leaders, they call themselves our leaders. It's like some of them don't used to know what is happening. They are always let them talk, let them say, let them just talk because they are looking for an appointment from the government. The issue of Nnamdi carrying arms, although I would say what is happening in the east or what is happening in Nigeria does not concern them, as long as they are being protected. Insecurity is everywhere within them, and they are the government. It does not concern them. If actually what he's saying is truth, Nnamdi Kanu is carrying arms, which is not truth. It's because of the issue of insecurity in Nigeria and in the southeast. Every day, what is happening, nobody will want it. Nobody wants a person to be killed because of the Fulani men that is carrying guns around and nothing is happening. So I would like you to listen to the man. He explained many things concerning what he said, what Orji Uzo Kalu said. And as you are watching, like, subscribe, and share to everyone to see what is going on in Nigeria.
Anyway, this is a statement attributed to him. I did not hear him saying it personally. But in case he was the actual person that made the statement, I think I have to put forth some question to him. And to a lot of people who are following some of these people, being deceived by their words and what they are doing, I want to ask you this question. If actually you think that the detention and the trial of Nnamdi Kanu is for your own interest, why should they allow the Fulani terrorists to be killing you? Why? Why is it that so many communities have been taken from the owners in Enugu State? What about in Ebonyi State? What about in Delta State? What about in Osun State? What about in Kwara State? And so on and so forth. If the interest of the masses is the reason why they are trying Nnamdi Kanu, why would they continue to spend half of their money in aiding proliferation of arms, smuggling of arms into the country to destabilize the country? If it is the interest of the general public that is making these people to try Nnamdi Kanu, why is it that the sitting governor, I want you to understand the weight of these allegations, a sitting governor of Zamfara State, who is still incumbent today, said that the Minister of Defense, or Tinubu, is a terrorist and has been sponsoring all these attacks. If it is for the interest of the general public, why is it that the government just knock their ear? They don't want to hear anybody saying the truth. Even as I speak to you today, in Benue State, there have been so many killings and soldiers are being accused of complicity. Why is it that the governor of Benue State said, and I quote, that people in the National Assembly are the one who are feeding and sponsoring the people who are killing the Benue people? And I learned that there were some soldiers who are indigenous from Benue State and said, never, we must fight these people, let us defy every order. And as I speak to you, today is the 14th day, Saturday of June. 2 soldiers were killed. Those who were ready to fight the terrorists, they were eliminated. Do your findings well and understand what is Nigeria. It's important for people to understand what is Nigeria. What? It means that you've got to know the meaning of the country you are. People might say, what do you mean by what is Nigeria? Nigeria is a country, is an entity. No, that is not what I'm talking about. What is the purpose of this entity? Your politicians who are ruling you, they know, most of them don't know about all these atrocities. We know the information that is going on from here to here. So if Orji Uzo Kalu actually made this statement that he asked Nnamdi Kanu not to carry arms, the question he have to answer is, did Nnamdi Kanu actually carry arms? Thank God that everybody had information when the DSS said they did not find anything incriminating on Nnamdi Kanu. That was clear. They did not find anything incriminating on him or terrorizing, something like that on him. Now, apart from that, Nnamdi Kanu's case is a prosy case. People are not understanding that this is a proxy case, not that Nnamdi Kanu actually do something that they are holding him, apart from the brokers, the videos they are playing that also the defense team are also countering. Apart from the broker, you will never see Nnamdi Kanu doing something personally. No. All these cases you are seeing is that Nnamdi Kanu incite people. Nnamdi Kanu incite people. Nnamdi Kanu incite people. Oh, if Nnamdi Kanu incited people, is the person a minor? An adult have conscience. I cannot come out here and carry gun and shoot you. I said, look at the person that asked me to shoot you. I am an adult. The law will not hold the person. The law will not hold the person. The person carrying gun and shooting the gun, you are responsible for it. So, that is apart. This also defines the meetings all these politicians are having about Nnamdi Kanu. The leader of all these herdsmen, they confess that they kill. They confess that they have armed department. The man was arrested and charged for treason. How many weeks did he stay in DSS detention? Do you know what led to his removal from DSS detention? Do you see anybody talking about it? Haven't you seen the video of Nigerian military begging Boko Haram through the federal government then that they should come and join army, that they can still become Nigerian president? Boko Haram, most of these people you said they are not Nigerians. And look at what you are telling them, that they can still become Nigerian president. I even imagine if someone like Orji Uzo Kalu is still in Nigeria or is still in Nigeria, are you going to tell me, Orji Uzo Kalu, that you don't know that this APC you are, when they joined CPC and they see that they imported terrorists to defeat Jonathan, before Bukola Sariki, Atiku, Dino Mandai, all these people now leave PDP to join forces with Buhari to defeat good Lord Jonathan? Don't you know that these people, imported terrorists? You are aware, Orji Uzo Kalu, you are aware of this. You even discuss all these things with people. You are aware. So why is it that you people don't still want to understand that Nnamdi Kanu meant well for his people? You have the whole information at your disposal, Orji Uzo Kalu, but you are just fighting for your political survival. I know that you were sentenced to prison, and you just want to be pleasing in free incumbent government so that they will not bring out the case, all those things. I understand you are somehow protecting yourself. But is it that you people don't truly know what is going on? Now, how many terrorist groups do we have in Nigeria? Who is sponsoring them? Who are their leaders? Have you even seen any leader of all these terrorist groups being in detention? Then why is it that the peaceful, agitators, that is what you people are even clamoring, talking about every day? These people are not the problem of Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu, his group, these people are not the problem. You know that, Orji Uzo Kalu. You know. Just look at the shenanigans going on in Nigeria, the embezzlement under this administration. It shows one thing. These people knows that Nigeria is not going to work. If not, I don't see any reason why we should use 39 billion to renovate just a center, to renovate a house, not that the house is falling. A beautiful edifice, just renovate it, 39 billion naira. They know that this country is going to fail. So everything they are doing is an opportunity to amass wealth to themselves. The coastal highway, do you know how many trillions they have spent when they have not even done up to 50 kilometers, claiming they have done about 30 kilometers? These people know that this country is not going to work. How many of them have doctors in Nigeria? Let me just start from there. How many of them have doctors in Nigeria? How many of them have their children schooling in Nigeria? How many of them have houses? These houses you are seeing there is not their houses. It's just their business center. They have houses abroad. Most of them even go to the extent of acquiring second passport. They keep it secret. They know this country is not going to work. So they have plan B already. Before it was the masses that talks about plan B. But now politicians, all of them, they have plan B. Most politicians are afraid to talk. But why would you be scared to talk? There is no need to be scared. Because the thing you are afraid of is already, above all. It's already here. It's already against the people. So why would you say that, oh, I'm afraid if I talk now, this thing will happen? Kunde Ondawumi exposed all these things I'm telling you. You can go and watch it on Channels Television. Just type Kunde Ondawumi. You will see his videos. This man was the head of Defense Intelligence Agency. He's not a boy. He's not a child when it comes to Nigerian matters. He has served for 35 years of service as a Navy commandant in Navy. He moved to the rank of commandant. It is not a child's play. So if such a person comes out to give you exposition, if you don't listen to him, it's at your own peril. So what I'm trying to tell people is that a lot of people are making mistake. And when I mean a lot of people, I'm talking about the people who are not in the side of truth. The side of truth in the sense that these people are aware of the circumstances surrounding this country. They don't want to see the truth. Every time they brought the bill of open grazing, the people sponsoring terrorists will kick against it. I didn't say you should not play your politics. If Nigeria is a good country, we'll play these politics to the ground. But what is their sense of playing politics when you know you can't win an election by your vote? So, life is complicating in Nigeria. And people are not realizing all these things going on. Anyway, it is well. Let us see as Nnamdi Kanu case we unfold and we end, because all eyes are just on the case, watching. The outcome has a lot to do with what will happen in the future. So let people just calm down to see. But I know that the politicians in the Southeast, it will never be their will or their wish to, talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu or anything like that. It is never and can never be their wish to free Nnamdi Kanu, because it's a threat to them because of his influence and so on and so forth. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section.
As International Court of Justice react to Nigerian government moving mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court case to DSS headquarters in Abuja, hear the news in details. Because Nnamdi Kanu when we ya bozi because tontina na kino ya bob data jumakia webia igesi bifeto sakwa ya bozi kodu tumu 9 dozen ebe di chiche aka. All right, over to you, sir.
People of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, allegedly smuggled a radio transmitter into the country, concealing it within household items to evade detection. Testifying as a fourth prosecution witness, an operative of the DSS told the court that the transmitter was brought into Nigeria without declaration to the Nigeria Customs Service. Our senior reporter, Celestine Iria, has details.
Led in evidence by the prosecution counsel Adegboyega Awomolo, the witness stated that Kanu used the transmitter to incite violence and broadcast secessionist messages against the Nigerian state. The court admitted in evidence a certified copy of the search warrant issued by the Ihiala Chief Magistrate Court on October 28, 2015 on a Benjamin Madubagu, whose residence was used to keep the transmitter. A video recording showed Kanu inspecting the smuggled transmitter was also tendered and admitted, despite initial objections by the defense team led by Onechi Biazu. In the video played in open court, Kanu was allegedly seen praising the transmitter as a game changer and referring to it as a nuclear weapon for Biafra. He also reportedly warned residents of the Southeast not to defy IPOB's sit-at-home order scheduled for May 31, 2021, threatening violence against violators. According to the DSS witness, from my investigation, the broadcast directly contributed to economic paralysis in the Southeast as it foiled the enforcement of IPOB's sit-at-home order by the militant wing of the Eastern Security Network (ESN). The prosecution tendered a flash drive containing 18 video clips and 16 radio broadcasts attributed to Kanu, which the court admitted into evidence. Additionally, the statement of Benjamin Madubagu was presented to the court, wherein he admitted that Kanu did not provide any custom documentation for the imported transmitter. The court also admitted a publication from Vanguard newspaper in which an alleged ESN member claimed that Kanu ordered the collection of 2,000 human heads for burial rites, although only 30 were reportedly obtained. While the defense team objected to the admissibility of the newspaper article, the court admitted it along with a certificate of compliance. The prosecution further applied for the court to inspect the container that housed the transmitter and other related items, which was located at the DSS facility. The request was granted without objection. Presiding Judge Justice James Omotosho ruled that the court would visit the DSS premises to inspect the container. He emphasized that the court is duty-bound to examine all evidence thoroughly in pursuit of justice. The court moved to the DSS facility and the transmitter was admitted into evidence. The matter was adjourned to 18th June for continuation of hearing.
There's an Igbo problem in Nigeria. That's why they are holding Nnamdi Kanu. What's your take on
for asking
Nnamdi Kanu's
for
perpetual
Biafra?
detention?
And then we are rehabilitating Boko Haram commanders. He said 120,000 of them have surrendered with foreign currency in their hand. And you have rehabilitated them. But one guy who says, we want justice, we don't want to stay in Nigeria, you are holding him perpetually using the judiciary or judicial, subterfuge to keep the trial. Everybody who knows what they are doing understand that it's not a judicial matter.
So Nnamdi is essentially a political prisoner.
He's a political hostage. Well, I'll call him not a political because it may not. Whomever is in power, except me, will keep him in jail.
So do you think that Igbos generally are endangered species in Nigeria? Going back what you just narrated.
The truth, that's the truth. Nigeria did not forgive Igbos since the end of the Civil War.
What did they do?
Because they challenged the real estate of the British called Nigeria. So, and they didn't forgive them since then. So everything has been done after that. We know this is the unspoken truth about the country called Nigeria, that they did not forgive Igbos for the Civil War.
The Igbos were the victims and they have forgiven the victims. So why is it difficult for the victors to...
You are preaching to the choir.
And because he had mentioned once that, in an interview once, he had mentioned that the Igbos will never be president of Nigeria. That is a perpetual, narration to keep the Igbos where they are.
Yeah, so no, it's not about even the presidency. If they find an Igbo man that is malleable, that can work in their interests, they can make him president if he doesn't have any power. You can be a president of, you can be a president of Nigeria and not have the powers of the president. When they wanted to destroy the landmark, who was the minister in charge? It's not an Igbo man.
And Moka is Igbo speaking, also fighting.
It's easier for them to use an Igbo man to carry out. If it was done by a Yoruba man, the uproar would have been worse. But you find an Igbo minister of works to help you demolish Igbo businessmen. You say, can't you see them? So it's easier that way. It's manipulation. It's how Nigeria manipulate people. But I'm not saying that if he was a Yoruba minister, he cannot demolish. They will do it too. It's easy. Anybody could have done it as long as there's an agreement to do it. Because beyond just ethnicity, there's also an elite conspiracy against Nigerian people. So an average poor person is endangered. But you are likely more endangered if you have committed a generational crime against the Nigerian real estate owned by
being an Igbo man.
Of course, that's the truth. That's why you were saying, oh, you are Yoruba man. If based on what I say, they even tell me I'm not Yoruba enough. But I'm of mixed heritage. There's a part of me that is Ijo.
Okay.
And we are the Ijo speaking Yorubas. We're the Yoruba speaking Ijos in Ondo State.
Okay.
So they call us Ijo Apoy.
Ilaje area.
No, it's Ilaje. So we're next to Ilaje.
Okay.
But my great grandparents came from Yoruba side of things. But the stream that Shore is named after is in Ijebu waterside. Because that's how they came. So, but I don't speak to people based on ethnicity. I don't define myself based on my ethnic heritage, even though I do not deny it. But because it underlies our humanity to be assigned an ethnic position before you can be respected. Are you getting my point? Or before your views can carry, so you have to be a Yoruba man. And then it was,
So we've had
here
Rwanda.
Comes one of them.
We've had Rwanda manage the same ethnic issue in their country with the Hutsi Tutsi thing after years of genocide.
Are you sure they managed it?
Well, to a reasonable
extent. They have to manage it
extent.
through genocide. And Nigeria
After
also,
genocide management.
So this is what you should understand.
Okay.
Nigeria also managed the Igbo problem through genocide. 4 million Igbos.
Yeah, I was coming to that.
Is that not genocide? But
But
you
how can we
know
move
the
past
problem
this?
I have sometimes even with some of our people is that the same people who shot and killed them are more popular in their midst than those who support their rights. The Obasanjos of this world are embraced as authentic people, but these are the people who went and used third commando to massacre Igbos. What did they name this airport after? Murtala Mohammed, one of the most notorious killers of Igbos. Buhari, they killed Igbos. Danjuma, they killed Igbos. Gowon, they kill Igbos. But they even love them more than they love those of us who are fighting. People challenge me that, they hate me because I support Nnamdi Kanu.
Thanks for tuning in to Smart Okason TV show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share to keep the intellect flowing.